very happy to be presenting the Personio product roadmap today. Good afternoon to customers and any prospects that are on the call today. Quick introduction of me. My name is Desirai. As introduced, I'm a senior product manager for the employee performance and development area. I immigrated into Germany from Canada last year. I started in Personio in March with the mission to revision and grow the employee performance and development area. I work on an international team. I'm based in the Munich office, but the majority of my engineers and designers work in Madrid. Looking forward to sharing our plans today. Before we jump into the features specifically, I do want to touch on some of the high-level product themes that you can see across all of the teams in Personio. Starting with deeper product experiences, we have a very wide footprint inside of the Personio HR space. And each of these teams will be going deeper into their product areas, making the functionality more robust, connected, and aligned with customer needs. And as you can imagine, as a product with many different areas, we want to continually improve the user experience here so that whether you're an HR manager, an employee, supervisor, you understand where you need to go next and have a seamless experience throughout the product. The next are the integrations. We know that HR does not exist in a vacuum. You work in many other HR tools. You work across other teams like finance, accounting, and we want to make sure that that information is in a centralized place and that you can move between these different experiences without breaking your workflow. And last, but certainly not least, is a modern and secure foundation. As we grow, not only inside of Personio, but with more customers, more employees that we have the privilege of serving, we want to make sure that the technical foundation that we're growing upon can scale reliably with performance and securely for all of our customers. So a quick overview of my part of the presentation. I'm going to start off with the recently released. These are functionality that are either in a late beta stage and you can expect to see very soon or have been released in the last couple months. Coming soon, these are things that the teams are currently working on and are getting close to being able to be released. And then the last section will be at a higher level, what we're going to be delivering in 2021. These are currently all getting worked on. There's nothing that the teams are going to pick up at a later time. So starting with the recently released, we're thrilled that so many different companies have chosen Personio as their HR solution. But one of the challenges that comes with this is we need to support many different diverse needs. What the recruiting tribe has done to help address this is with the applicant data export. This was released in February and allows a download of all application-specific data, any custom attributes that you may have, phase information, and enables you to create custom reports or specific metrics that are unique to your business. If you're looking for an easy way to find out more information about this, there's a Help Center article that has some select metrics and a template for you to start with. Also from the recruiting tribe, the international job boards. We're growing, and I'm sure a lot of you are expanding across Europe as well. And the first crucial step to attracting the right talent is being able to post the relevant jobs in the job markets that you're targeting. The team here has streamlined this, so with just a few clicks, you can have access to 27 new job boards in your existing markets or new markets. Also from recruiting, the document categories and access rights. This is a more granular access rights that are specific to the documents. So that the right people are seeing CVs, cover letters, certificates, work samples, etc. The team has gone a step further and integrated this directly into the recruiting messaging flow. So you'll be able to, if you see like as a file here, you'll be able to choose which category this goes, which will automatically grant access to the right people. This is also available inside of the career page upload, where you can assign specific documents to different upload fields. The time tracking team has received a lot of feedback, and they'll dive into that a little later in the presentation today. But one of the ways they've been addressing feedback is time tracking directly on the dashboard. So this is for employees. They can easily come into Personio and in a few clicks track their time and then get on to the rest of their daily tasks. Also from the HRM tribe is the Redesigned Org Chart. This is especially prevalent for larger companies that were having troubles navigating the older experience. This makes it more usable, actionable, and shareable inside of the organization, with exports like JPEG, PNG, SVG file directly into whatever presentation you may be looking for. And they've added functionality like dynamic search, filter, zoom and drag and drop navigation here. A massive release for the integrations team. This month, on April 13th, they released the Personio marketplace. This is available publicly inside of marketplace.personio.de, but is also accessible directly from your settings in an in-app marketplace where you can set up and configure different integrations. On top of this as well, they also released our two most requested integrations, firstly with Slack, so that we can now reach employees and share information, HR-specific information directly to where employees are. This shows up in two ways. First, there's a daily update where you can update different channels on absences, birthdays, new joiners, work anniversaries, but also directly integrated with the absences into the Slack status. So if someone is sick or out, it's immediately showing up in Slack so people know that that person's not available. The second integration that they introduced is Greenhouse. So Greenhouse, as soon as you click hire, it will now, or as soon as a candidate is hired in Greenhouse, it'll automatically create a profile inside of Personio. And here, information like first name, last name, email address will be automatically moved over, but you'll have the option to customize even further using their custom attributes or system attributes and map those to information inside of Greenhouse. So things like team, department, supervisor can all be moved directly over. Now, near and dear to my heart, Performance Management 2.0. This is the first major release of my team and is a foundational piece that we're going to grow and grow and grow. Besides updating the user experience here and breaking feedback and targets into two separate and distinct areas, we also added implicit access rights here to make it easier for managers to do a manager review and employees to do a self-reflection, really further enabling and making more intuitive the 180 feedback. We've also added in auto-saving on forms so that you can take time and no information is lost while you're going through and creating performance reviews. Coming soon, and next up for my team, kind of keeping with the flow here, the next thing we're going to be introducing is rating scales, which will enable our customers and you to measure performance quantitatively. So we have a few different ways that we're going to be introducing this. First will be the traffic light scale, which is very common inside of probation cycles. So here you can see in the image here, the red, yellow, green. You can set these up with custom labels, allow comments. And then the second iteration of this, which will be fastly following this, will be customizable scales. So you get 3, 4, 5-point scales, custom labels. You can choose whether or not you want to include numbers, comments, descriptions to tailor it specifically to your needs. From the recruiting tribe, and especially for our larger companies, they'll be introducing branding for different sub-companies. We know that subsidiaries of larger organizations often have a different recruiting process and job and branding than their parent company. With this release, Personio will equip each sub-company with individual career pages and the ability to post on different job boards for each different sub-company. And for all of our international customers or customers that have international offices, we will be introducing absence tracking in Hours Lite. The beta for this kicks off next month, so if you're interested, please let us know. Here they're improving the absence management to introduce the possibility of having hourly absences. So if they're managed as hours instead of days, employees can take off hours instead of days. The light version is for absence types that don't have a specific policy. So things like doctor's appointments or time off for your children will all be easily calculated here at an hourly size. The team will be continuing to build on this into H2. So looking forward to 2021 at a high level, some of the things the team are currently working on right now. Starting off with recruiting, we'll be providing options for companies with either international offices or international companies to have .com or .de for their career pages. So you can choose per career page if you want a .com or a .de domain. Workflows being a huge project by the integrations and the platform team. We understand that organizations' productivity really depends on the level of automation inside of your operations. So to up-level the company's productivity, we're creating a dedicated space for workflows as well as tasks, so employees know exactly what they need to do, when, and how to do it. And happy to open that up to Selena to drive the Q&A.
All right, thank you for your presentation, Desirai. Super interesting insights to our product roadmap. Let's kick off with some questions. We received already 17, so let's try how many we can solve. First of all, the first question is about the mobile app. Mm-hmm. So when will it be available for administrators and HR executives to use the mobile app?
Great question. I know that there's been some ongoing discussion around the mobile app on the time tracking side, but as far as I know, nothing is immediately planned on the roadmap. Perhaps, I don't know if Alex or another product manager on that team's here today, but something I can definitely take to the team and get some feedback on.
And thank you. Then there's a question about let's take the one with the dashboard. Will there be the possibility that my tasks can be filtered on the dashboard?
I'm not 100% sure. I know that they're working on introducing tasks in multiple different places that are a lot more accessible. So potentially the dashboard and revisiting that widget, but also exploring having tasks available from any screen. So you can easily access it from the top menu, and it has a task that in that screen would be filterable and accessible based on the needs of the employee.
Thank you. And we have a question about the performance management. When will it be online, or when will it be live?
The
new performance management.
Yeah, performance management. So the current experience should be released to the majority of customers. I think there's another 100 or so that are getting released this week. I might just be on that list. So you should expect something by the end of the week for the new experience. When it comes to performance management at scale, so being able to manage a performance cycle, this is what the team will be delivering in the second half of the year. We're just getting into H2 planning, so I don't have any solid dates on that yet, but you can expect it in the second half of 2021.
Thank you. Then let's take this one for the time tracking. Will it be possible, or is there a possibility to track or record pauses automatically so that you don't have to put them in manually?
Maybe Mona would probably be a little bit better to answer that question. I can't be certain there. I know that they are looking at breaks and they're incorporating a lot of the feedback, so maybe they'll address that in the next section of the presentation.
Okay, then we will discuss this afterwards in the community also when we have the recap post there, so no worries there. Let's take another one because we have some more time left. One question about the mobile app is, when will be the two-factor authentication work in the app, or when will it be launched? Are there some plans?
I know there was some releases today around two-factor authentication. I don't know if it was for the app. Can't really say. App exists very much outside of my realm of expertise, Selena.
Yeah, no worries, no worries. Then let's take a last one. I think then we're good because I shooted so many questions to you, Desirai.
I guess we'll follow up with a lot of PMs afterwards. It'll be good.
Yeah, we will definitely. The last one would be: will it be possible that that requested e-signatures will be also shown in the dashboard as in to-do?
This is part of the new workflows piece, and I'm not sure if it'll be in the dashboard specifically, but they are incorporating it into the new tasks and workflows piece. So the dedicated workflow piece page, I know that they're going to be including e-signatures there, and as well as in the new task management. So you can expect to see that more prominent as time goes on. Absolutely.